Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. So in 2025, Social Security beneficiaries received a 2.5% cost of living adjustment. Also, Joe Biden, shortly before exiting office and Donald Trump coming into office, he signed a bill into law. It was the Social Security Fairness Act, and it also increased benefits for right around 3 million beneficiaries who were previously impacted by the windfall elimination provision, as well as the government pension offset. Their increase is going to be anywhere between $300 to $700 per month on average. But Elon Musk said he just found something that could also increase benefits even more for all Social Security beneficiaries. We are going to be covering what he's saying. But before we go ahead and dive into it for today, if you would like to receive up to $200 in free stock or $200 in free cash, in a pinned comment below, I will be leaving a link to Robinhood. All you have to do is once you click on that link is just sign up for a free account and then simply link your bank account. You do not even have to make an opening deposit. At that point in time, Robinhood will be sending you one free stock worth all the way up to $200. And if you'd really just have the cash, all you have to do is once you receive the free stock is just sell it for what it's worth and then transfer the cash value right back to your bank account. Okay, so diving right into it for today. Like I just mentioned, we've already had one increase with the cost of living adjustment. That was something that happens every single year as long as there's some sort of inflation that takes place with the CPIW. Then on top of that, we also had a bill that passed last Congress that was signed into law at the very last second by Joe Biden earlier on in January. That's going to increase benefits by anywhere between $300 to $700 per month on average. Some people are actually going to be receiving well over $1,000 per month. That's going to be for those previously impacted by the WEP or the GPO. So basically, if you're a public worker and you're receiving a pension, just because you're receiving the pension, if you're also eligible for Social Security, your Social Security actually gets lowered simply because you are receiving that pension. So those were two increases that have already taken place this year. But Elon Musk said he just found something within Social Security which might also increase benefits here very soon as well. So according to Newsweek, Elon Musk issues update on Social Security. He says he's increasingly optimistic. So Elon Musk has said that Social Security benefits could increase as the Department of Government Efficiency continues its investigations into the Social Security Administration. Why it matters. Social Security benefits are paid monthly, forming the bedrock of income for some 70 million recipients. DOGE, spearheaded by Musk, has promised to pursue trillions of dollars in cuts across many programs and departments of the federal government with a specific focus on uncovering fraud and wasteful spending, including in Social Security. Now, writing on X, formerly Twitter, Musk said, quote, "We are increasingly optimistic that, as the immense waste and fraud are eliminated from Social Security and Medicare, that there is potential to increase actual dollars received by citizens and better healthcare." Now, what type of increase that could potentially be? Maybe they find different, as he says it, fraud, waste, and abuse in these other programs throughout the federal government. And all these savings, maybe a percentage of them, they had already mentioned $5,000 stimulus checks to American taxpayers. They mentioned 20% to pay off debt. Maybe a percentage would also be going to, increase Social Security benefits. If you want to gain, the support of Social Security beneficiaries, which makes up millions of Americans, perhaps put some of the savings, a percentage of the savings that the Department of Government Efficiency finds, and put that towards an increase in Social Security. Would you be on board with that idea? Leave your thoughts in comments below. Now, they go on here to say that as it stands, Social Security benefits can be increased by only the annual cost of living adjustment. COLA is designed to keep payments in line with inflation so that purchasing power is not eroded over time. Newsweek has contacted DOGE and the SSA for comment via email outside of regular working hours, and Musk's comment refers to DOGE's continued work in the SSA, one of several government departments that is being investigated by the unofficial government agency in an effort to reduce federal government spending. Now, new acting commissioner Lee Dudek said in a statement on February 19th that DOGE staffers will not be able to make changes to agency systems, benefit payments, or other information. Musk also recently posted a chart on X that alleged that 400 million people with millions well over the age of 100 were receiving Social Security benefits, the SSA website shows that in 2024 there were only 68.5 million recipients. DOGE said in his February 19 statement that, quote, the reported data are people in our records with a Social Security number who do not have a date of death associated with their record. These individuals are not necessarily receiving benefits. So once again, we showed that chart on this channel. Basically, we have, millions of people, millions of Americans with Social Security numbers over the age of 100, over the ages of 150, over the age of 200, and I believe even over the age of 250, and they had their death field set as false, otherwise pretty much making it so that Social Security number, which is supposed to correlate with just one American, is apparently still alive. Now, as Musk said, if they're actually alive, perhaps they should be in the Guinness Book of World Records, or I'm sure we would love to know their secret of how exactly they live this long, fulfilling life. Now, as D.O.G.E says there, the acting Social Security commissioner, just because their death field is set as false, obviously it doesn't necessarily mean that they're still receiving benefits. But yes, if it's still set as false, it can be used in a fraudulent manner, perhaps to get some other type of benefit, perhaps to use to work, or anything else. Now, according to the Motley Fool, there's also another plan by the current president and Donald Trump, which would increase benefits by eliminating taxes at the federal level. So that's another thing they have kind of on the books to hopefully make Social Security better, at least for those receiving it now. So once again, according to the Motley Fool, you pay Social Security taxes throughout your career, so it can feel a little unfair if you have to pay taxes on your benefits in retirement. But that's the reality of an increasing number of retirees face. It's a major pain point, particularly for those who don't have a lot of personal savings to supplement their checks. President Trump's campaign promise to eliminate Social Security benefits taxes struck a chord with a lot of retirees, and it may soon become a reality. Representative Thomas Massie recently introduced the Senior Citizens Tax Elimination Act to the House, which would exempt Social Security benefits from federal taxation. We don't yet know if it will pass, but there is already some data about the potential tax savings floating around, and it might surprise you. Now, it should come as no surprise that the wealthy stand to see the greatest gains if the IRS does away with Social Security benefit taxes. They pay the lion's share of Social Security benefit taxes in the first place. Analysis from the University of Pennsylvania's Wharton Budget Model Group found that the top 0.1% would save an average of $2,450 in taxes in 2025 if the government stopped taxing Social Security benefits. Their annual savings would rise to $5,080 by 2054. Meanwhile, average Americans, those who fall in the 40 to 60% income group, would only save about $340 in annual taxes in 2025 if Social Security benefit taxation ends, and then by 2054, their estimated savings would be $1,730 per year. So obviously, if you're earning more in Social Security benefits, right now you're paying more taxes on your benefits. Therefore, if Trump eliminated taxes at the federal level on Social Security benefits, those who are, the higher earners obviously are the ones who are going to benefit the most. But that doesn't necessarily mean that those in the middle income groups and even lower income groups wouldn't benefit as well. Even if you're only saving maybe $1,000 in taxes, $1,000 is still $1,000 that those people would much rather keep in their pockets. $1,000 can go a long way. It can go towards insurance. It can go towards a little bit towards rent, groceries, or whatever else. $1,000, even though it may not be as much as like $6,000 or $7,000 in some cases, in those the higher earners of Social Security, certainly better than nothing at all. Now, they go on here to say that for those who fall in the 60 to 80% income group, annual savings would be $1,135 and $3,560 in 2025 and 2054, respectively. Those in the 80% to 90% income group would save $1,625 and $4,075, respectively. However, middle to upper middle class Americans actually stand to gain the most relative to their total available income. Most millionaires and billionaires in the 0.1% aren't going to notice any significant change in their quality of life from saving an extra $2,450 per year, but saving $1,135 to $1,625 could noticeably improve the lives of those living off more modest incomes. And then, of course, the downside, if they were going to eliminate taxes at the federal level, is, that's one of the sources of income for the Social Security Trust Fund, is a tax Social Security benefits that goes right back into the trust fund. And right now, the trust fund is not in the best shape. Right now, they're projecting within like the next 7 to 10 years, it is going to go insolvent, which means they're not going to have enough money in the trust fund, plus the money flowing into the trust fund to be able to pay out everyone 100% of their scheduled benefits. So what they're going to have to do come like 2032 is they're going to have to cut benefits across the board for everyone by anywhere between 19 to 26%. So they are going to have to find out some sort of solution, but that is definitely on the board to eliminate taxes at the federal level on Social Security. With that said, leave your thoughts and comments below. Are you on board with that plan? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's a bad idea? Why or why not? Leave your thoughts and comments below. But that's all we have for today's video, and I will see you in the next one.